Hey, and welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna talk about how my side hustle kind of ruined my life, my homemaking, my motherhood, and all the things. And I'm gonna share what happened and also how I kind of tackled all those things and decided to do it completely different. So let's dive into today's video and see what happened with my side hustle. Now, before we dive into all the good stuff about what happened and why I failed my business, I wanted to mention first that it has nothing to do with the company or the business model, the business, whatever you want to call it. It had nothing to do with that. And the reason why I say that is because my previous side hustle was a network marketing business. And I know network marketing gets a lot of bad reputation, which doesn't have to be like that. I mean, it is a really good business model. So I'm still very much in favor of the business model. I'm just not actively involved in a network marketing business at this time. And it so happened to be the business that failed happened to be a network marketing business, but it had nothing to do with the business model and nothing with the company. It was all on me. So let's talk about that. What happened and how did I fail this? Well, first thing, what really went wrong is I had a lack of priorities. I did not really think about what do I want to accomplish with this business. All I knew is I want to make money. And the reason for it is we were, and we actually are right now, a one income family. And I just thought, okay, I need this business. I need this to make a lot of money so we can be a two income family instead of one. So I kind of had my priorities wrong. I thought I need this business, so I need to work on this day and night. I need to be focused and everything else can wait. And I actually even heard some people give that advice. Just work for 3 years, work your butt off, and just go hard, let everything slide to the side. It's okay, your children will forgive you once you get the big bucks. Well, I couldn't agree less with that statement, to be honest, because I kind of tried that. I spent 3 to 3.5 years building that business, and it kind of went well. I wasn't like top rank or anything. I just made pretty good money. And what I did is I had 3 to 3.5 years of my life, I just focused on the business. And I constantly put my business in front of the things that were actually important to me. And it started really small. Like I would schedule a business meeting, and then people wanted to do that on a Friday, which is actually my date night. But I thought, you know what, we can do that once in a while, that's okay. And then it turned into almost weekly, and date nights kind of got skipped a lot of the time. And then it would also turn into, okay, I would do a meeting, for example, during the day. I even had moments where I would spend an hour in a meeting while the children were playing around me, and they actually needed my attention, but I was working. And I'm not proud of it because I really have very different beliefs right now, but that is basically what I did. And it's, like I said, it slowly creeped in, but it really ruined the way I looked at my home and my family because someone gave me the advice to do that. And I thought, okay, I just have to do this for a few years and then I will make a lot of money. And it wasn't necessarily about making a lot of money. It was just about keeping our head above the water, you know? I just wanted to make enough so we could, we could do fun things. We could go out to eat every once in a while because we couldn't. So that is what kind of drove me to push a lot of things to the side and focus on the business. And right now, in hindsight, I'm like, this was so wrong. It was a really bad advice. And I would never give that advice to anybody. Don't ever push your family aside for a side hustle. But yeah, that is what I did. I'm not proud of it, but it happened. And what I also did is I spent a lot of time on social media. And partly for my business, I did a lot of stories. And when the children were around, I would do Instagram stories just to make sure that I would stay present because it is network marketing. So you need to market yourself. So what I did is I did a lot of stories, I did a lot of Instagram, and also a lot of that time was not necessarily spent on creating, but also consuming, because there were a lot of people in the business that were actually doing really well, and I wanted to learn from them. So what I also did is I watched a lot of Instagram stories just for inspiration, but as you know, Instagram can be a black hole, and I would spend hours and hours on Instagram just learning from other people, but also just looking at random stuff online. And it took away family time. It took away time from my home that I could spend cleaning the bathroom. I would actually watch Instagram stories because I thought I was getting inspiration for my business, which it sounds stupid to me that I kind of got into that rhythm, but you just slowly get sucked into it. I don't know. It sounds stupid to me right now, but that is what happened. So I would spend a lot of time on social media. I would compare myself to other people who started at the same time or later than I did, but were further along in the business. They made more money, they were higher ranks, and I thought, okay, I just need to work harder. I need to do more of this. I need to be more on Instagram. I need to spend more time doing meetings. And I got sucked into doing a lot of work and a lot of fluff around it too. Like I said, I would spend a lot of time just learning from people online, and I basically didn't learn anything. I would just compare myself and think, okay, that is what I would love to have, so I need to work harder, I need to do more. And then in the end, it didn't bring me anything. So it all comes down to my lack of priorities. I did not have my priorities straight, and I just focused more on business than I did on my family. So about a year and a half ago, I decided to quit that business, and I completely stopped. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to focus on my family now, and I will build a business on the side, and my family will always get my first time, my focus, and my business will come second or third or fourth or whatever. So it will always come after my family and my home, and obviously God. God is my number one. So that is what I did with my new business. And it really helps me to focus on, okay, this business is a side hustle. It doesn't have to be making tens of thousands of dollars a month. It is a side hustle, and it's just something that is going to bring us a little bit of extra income just to make sure that we can manage. And if it turns into a bigger business and it will bring us tens of thousands of dollars, that would be great. But I don't ever want it to be my main focus. My main focus is always family. And it is something I mentioned in my previous video as well, but I always wanted to be a mother and a homemaker, and I kind of lost that vision in those 3.5 years. And I really found it back in my last year and a half, and I've loved every second of it. So what I do now is, for example, my mornings, I used to wake up at 5, work for an hour and a half, and a lot of that work would just be doing an Instagram story or write an Instagram caption, and that takes forever for me. And I wouldn't do anything else. I would just work for an hour. Right now, what I do, my first priority is my time with Jesus. So what I do is I wake up at 5 and I spend time with him. I read my Bible, I pray, I read books, I focus on quiet time with him. And work can come later. It is not important. My first thing that I really want to get done is spend time with Jesus. So that is what I do first. Then comes my family. So the rest of my morning is spent with my family. We homeschool. We do just a lot of fun things with the family. And then when they go to bed, when they have nap time and my son has quiet time upstairs, that is when I can do work, because I did all the other things that were actually very important. And now everybody is gone. I am here by myself, so I can actually do work, and I can do things that, I don't know, need my time. But my first priority is always my home and my family, and obviously God, and spending time with him. So my balance, my priorities have completely changed, and this is so much better, not only for your family, but also for your mental health, because at some point, I really felt like I can't do this anymore. All I'm doing is working, and it's not giving me anything. It just sucks all the life out of me. I don't have time to spend with my family. I'm not fun to be with my children. I'm constantly thinking about other things, because that is also what happened. I was just constantly focused on, okay, when the kids are in bed, I need to do an Instagram story about this, and I need to contact that person. I need to DM 10 people because I need to sell more stuff. And I was constantly thinking about business, that I was with the children, and it kind of sounds bad, but I often wasn't very present. I was with the children, but I was in my head. I was somewhere else. I was with my business, I was thinking about Instagram, or I was thinking about doing a meeting, or what Facebook post I should post in the group, or whatever. I was constantly with my mind, I was somewhere else. And I honestly do think that is because I started my day with work. The first thing I thought about on a given day is I opened my phone, I would go to Instagram, I would respond to DMs, and I would immediately would think about work. And right now, I don't think about work until it is nap time. So the first half of my day from 5 to 12, I literally don't do anything that is work related. I don't do anything about it. I spend time with my family. I spend time cleaning. I do chores around the house. I do laundry, whatever needs to get done. And then business comes later. And if I have energy left, I will do it in the evening, some work here and there, but I really focus on what needs my focus first, and then I will do my job. And I can do that because it is a side hustle, and that is why I wanted to make this video, because I often see a lot of people who have a side hustle actually treat it like it is their a full-time business, and that is okay if you need the money and if you really need your side hustle to be a big success. Obviously, if that is a decision you make with your husband, then go for it. I'm not gonna blame you. I don't have any negative advice or anything. But for me, it just didn't work. My side hustle is a side hustle, and I need to treat it as a side hustle. Yes, I would love for example, my YouTube channel, I would love for this to grow into something bigger so I can share with more people about homemaking, but it is not my first focus. My focus is my family and my home. And whatever this YouTube channel does is okay. I love making these videos. I love doing this. And I would love for God to bless my work and to turn it into a little bit bigger, because I want to reach more women and teach them about how to keep their priorities straight. Basically, that is what I want. Just focus on what is important. But it is not my priority. My priority in life is doing what God tells me to do. And that at this point in time is being a present mother, being a good homemaker, and being a good wife to my husband. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share about my side hustle and how it kind of took over my life. And I wanted to prevent other women from making the same mistake as I did. So if you feel like you're in that struggle right now, really look at your priorities. What is most important to you? And make sure you shift some things in your day to make sure your priorities are actually the things that you're doing and not something that you would like to do, but you're actually focusing on the business. So that is what I wanted to share. Now, if you love anything about homemaking, motherhood, things like that, intentional motherhood, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. I love talking about biblical motherhood and homemaking and all the things. So I would love to have you here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.